Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking Gunslinger. We got one challenge left to go. We got trophy to the left, trophy to the right, trophy to the bottom, trophy to the bottom. We got to beat this as a normal run. I believe this is a pace completion. Here we go. Along the way, if we hit 4 chandeliers, another pace. Why not us? Why not now? You know why I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna say though? We earned it. We earned some musica. We earned some musica. We're just gonna let it spin. Just let it spin. You can walk around the breach. Don't pick a gun. Okay, do not pick up guns. I got you. That's not Full Metal Alchemist. What do we want here? Reload stone? What does reload do? Faster reload? Ice is the only good one. Okay, we'll take it. All right, so we're hoping for some chandeliers. We see chandeliers, get ready, because we're going to win. Man, chat. What was it? I mean, we have a long way to go for pace. I'm not going to lie. We don't want to Melania this thing. But the tides turned, because it went from like 54% saying no one thinks we're going to beat it to now everyone thinks we're going to beat it. What changed? Because something changed. Pace changed? Pace has always been the same. Copium turned into hopium. All right, here we go. Settle Huddle. You beat challenge mode quickly. That was a difference maker. I got you. You stopped throwing for content? Let's have a real talk here. Let's break the fourth wall. Why in chat if you think I was throwing for content? And in chat if no. Chat, I'm mildly offended. It took you 3 days to beat challenge mode? What's challenge mode? I promise you I've never thrown for content. Not a day in my life. Horsing maybe, but horsing is not throwing. Almost as bad as the time you used Crooked Penny on 16 staplers. Yeah, but we did get the 16. Lemon Bean Burrito, thanks for the 17 straight months. What were we doing 17 months ago? Oh, we should try and shoot that fire. There we go. Don't say Melania. All the YouTube shorts are nothing but throws? What do you mean, Dan Jr.? No! This could be it. This could be it. Little closer, little closer, little closer. Shoot it! Man, we got to get these two. Got to get these two. Got to get these two. Come here, come here, come here. We're okay. We're okay. Come here. Quit hiding. Come here. They're both hiding. Come here. Wait for it. We got to get them both on the same wavelength. He's going to hide. Here we go. Come here. Please, Issa. Please, Issa. We'll take one. All right, well, look. That guy was just zooming. We'll take one. It's okay. We're good here. Chad, this, I mean, look, the pace is not over. This has been way more difficult than I thought. This has been way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. We just need one more. Break the tables? Why? 3 more shandies. All right, let's go win this thing. Good start, good start, good start. Impeccable timing. This is not horsing music. This is not horsing music. It's not horsing, chat. Do we have any Billies left? We have 1 Billy. All right, we're okay here, chat. We're okay. Hardest first boss in gaming? Maybe.
Are you going to play Madden 24? Winning the Super Bowl with the Lions would be the hardest Suffolk challenge yet.
I've reached out to Madden. I'm trying to get a code. We'll see. I'm not saying someone in the community works for Madden, but I'm not saying that either. Whose name may rhyme with Schmarman Anderson. Dan must not have anything planned between Enter the Gungeon and Armored Core 6 since he's been throwing for content. Alright. Oh, well look, we win this run. All we have to do is win this run and it's more pace, right? We also got to find a couple maidens. Play Legend Bowl. And what's Legend Bowl? So we want passives. Vorpal. What do you want here? Vorpal? Vorpal, okay. This is a good horsing song. What's the name of this song? Yoshi's Island. Athletic theme. Chat, what does Vorpal do? What does Vorpal mean? Chat, what does the word Vorpal mean? What is this? AT gun.
John in Tennessee, go ahead. What you want to say?
That's trash, dog. Get off the airwaves.
Oh, come on, man.
Ew, what is this gun? Roger Rabbit called. He wants Jessica back. All right. It's cursed. That gun can kill you? Chat's gonna be mad you left Super Hot Watch. That is not, to me, that's not OKG, not our kind of game. Chat, what does Vorpal mean? Vorpal was one of them. Entrusted with Vorps? What's a Vorp? What's a free win? This is not a free win. We have to earn it. You mean free win? Does this look like a free win? We got 1 heart. Wait, this run costs money. We shouldn't. Why is the wood blue? What is going on, man? Super Meat Boy gun? All right, let's go win this thing, man. Value over replacement player. That's what VORP means. Hate to do it.
Thank you for the donation. I appreciate your acquiescence.
Prognosticator tipped $7.77. Vorpal, adjective: :1, sharp or deadly. 2, role-playing games, of a blade, having a special power making decapitation likely.
Vorpal. Prognosticator, thanks for the 7.77777 in chat. I appreciate it. So Vorpal just means sharp, right? Vorpal, but also guillotine-like. If you would have said guillotine bullets, that works too, but I'm with you. We still have folder tempered somewhere. It's buried somewhere. Is there any point to do that? What would that actually re-roll? Nothing? Health, maybe? Is it you, or is Nintendo Core Music widely overused? We don't play a ton of it here. But maybe in like IRL application. Oh, wowie. But the Gamba? Yeah, but it's nice. We once we start playing a little Robot Souls, aka Armored Core 6, then we can Gamba. Right now, we got to get to the Gamba at the casino. What's he looking at? Good question. Probably worth it. All right. Do you know that Baldur's Gate 3 is just Baldur Souls? That's not true. If you could lock... Here's my take on Baldur's Gate 3. If you could lock the third-person camera and get rid of the text and reading, you got a shot to make it a Souls game. But it is not a Souls game. Chat, do we really think Dan's gonna get advanced Slayer achievement? Because that's super hard. You must be new around here. Who said that? Labor James, you must be new around here. Paradise Killer? I don't know what Paradise Killer is. All right. Take the most essential part of the game and throw it out the window. What is essential about reading in a video game? Like, what's essential? It's important for books. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Don't be afraid to stay in the middle. Okay, don't be afraid to be. Don't be afraid to be. Don't be afraid to be. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Start pumping. Does the gun change randomly, or is it based on something we trigger? Let's keep rolling. All right, it's on damage. Come on, give us a great Chesta. Wait, I almost took the bait. I almost took Yigdam Dari. Almost took it. We can't take it. What does cheese do? I think we go plat, right? What does candy do? Plat is every damage gets a D up, right? Okay. Yeah, we don't use active items around here unless it's Yigdam Dari. What's the one we like? Daruma Sandstorm. Favorite cheeses? I like any cheese as long as it's a real cheese. So anything that's soft is not a real cheese. So like brie, not a real cheese. If you give me a something that's soft and you call it cheese, I'll call it not right. Like I like real cheese. Yeah, buffalo mozzarella, you can take it or leave it or sell it at a garage sale. I would never miss it. As long as you don't call it cheese, I'm good. Ricotta, yep. That is, you could throw that in the garbage. All right. Mozzarella is not cheese. We're okay here, no spenda. Hard cheese is cheese. Cheddar, Swiss, those are all cheese. Parmesan, all cheese. What are you triple question marking? Shredded mozzarella is cheese. Buffalo mozzarella is not cheese. It's not a bit. Like, my wife likes to get, we go out, she likes to get the tomato slices with the cheese on top. She's like, do you care if we get them? I'm like, no, I don't care. Get whatever you want. And when it comes to me, I'll take the cheese off and just eat the tomato. It's not rage bait. Yeah, I'm like, it's not rage bait. It's not cheese. Chat, if you look up cheese in the dictionary, what is it? It'll be a nice yellow wheel with a cut taken out of it. It's not a blob, and it's definitely not sweaty. Soft is in taste or texture, in like physicality. If you squeeze it and it goes, that's not cheese. If you squeeze it and you hear thunk, it's cheese. That's how you tell. Don't do that again, please. Don't do what again? Feta at its core is hard, so it's a cheese. It's pretty simple. Cottage cheese is not cheese, it's dairy. We need that one, need that one, need that one, need that one, need that one. We need like 100 more of those things.
Let's go.
T Smitty, thanks for the 9 months. Appreciate the support. Why is it in the cheese aisle? Because some grocers don't want to change their SKUs. Which I understand. No, tofu is an example of what fake cheese is. But tofu in itself is actually better than fake cheese. Holy. Queso is just, isn't queso just Spanish for cheese? So how can cheese, you're saying is cheese cheese? Isn't queso Spanish for cheese? Any other wrong takes? What do you? You're the one asking me. I'm not saying, hey, you know what my takes are on cheese? You said, hey, what's the best cheese? I'm like, I like any cheese that's a real cheese. That's in proper cheese status. All right. Is liquid cheese cheese? Do you slurp it out of a bottle? Reload me.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. Yo, music matches the gun. Yo, is this a Kirby song? Curb. Kirby. That was hitless, right? Hitless. All right, needed that one. Someone said secret in the shop. Secret on the key shop. Got you. Pop. How'd you know? Whoa. Will there be an item in there? Feels fancy, man. Debated. Should probably buy these, huh? All right, let's go win this thing. We're still alive. All right. Go get the rat. That's gonna be the last thing we do. Is advanced dragon. I'm guessing heart locket here. Heart locket. Is that lead skin? No, we're not gonna do. We'll do hunting before we'll do hunting at night before we do advanced dragon. All right. 6 more hunts. Are any of them hard? Chat, what are the next hunts coming up? They're all pretty long. What does that mean? You have to kill 5 dragons? No way. For real? No way. How come it doesn't count? How come it doesn't count since we're doing it now? Can we? Well, we could just skip to level 5, right? And do it. We'll just skip to level 5. That'll be easy. We'll knock that out in 20 minutes. Faster to the farm than 25 maidens. Uh-oh. Okay, don't squeaks this run. No squeaksa, no squeaksa. This is an important run here, chat. This is an important run. We can't worry about 7 minutes.
Welcome, brand new subscriber.
This is Ordan.
What is that? Yo, Scooters, thanks for the 2 months. Hope all is well. What is this? Let's get knocked off right there. Scooters, what have you been doing now that the cooking show's over? Are you going to TwitchCon? You absolute piece. Knock him off, knock him off. You piece. Change song. M Zang. You got it. All right. Yeah, that cannon thing was... All right, we got to dial, man. We got to dial. Thanks for asking. You didn't answer the question. Thanks for asking isn't an answer. It's an adverb to the synonym. All right, hang in here. This is an important run. Important run. We never lost to Castlevania music. Never have, never will. Munster is real cheese. Harvadi is fake cheese. Shelob. That was a perfect drop right there. Wait, is Harvadi hard or soft? I might be thinking of something else. We should do a community cook and bake off. Yeah, as long as we have to drive 27 hours for it, I think I'm in. Hard Vardy? If it's hard, it's good. What happens if we gun munch? What do you mean BM? Do this without dodge rolling, he said. Yo, Hayden, what's going on? Glad you enjoy the pace. Thanks for being here. Don't roll. Nothing. Thoughts on blue cheese, crumble, and dip? I like it in its cheese form. Any other form, it's not really cheese. Blue cheese is feta adjacent, so that's fine. Well, chat, we'll do a cheese tier list. I didn't know people cared this much about cheese. We'll do a cheese tier list. Cheese Whiz to me is like ketchup. It's a condiment. It's not cheese. Looks like I'm cheesing this run. How? Here comes another hot take. It's not hot take. True takes are not hot takes. There's a difference between hot and true. Ooh. What is this from? Primrose from Octopath Traveler. Sounds like Dave Brubeck Quartet. There's a cheese museum in Amsterdam. I feel like that would be in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, the birthplace of cheese. I've never heard anyone with that take. How does it feel to have the truth? All right, let's go win this thing. Please give us a post, not one post. Love a good melee weapon in Gungeon, man. Love a good melee. Ironically, the melee is what saved you on this fight. I don't know. Chat. He's just rolling. He's not even trying. Maybe yes, maybe no. Run it back. If we run it back, what happens? We spend 6. So 13. What kind of run did we just have? I don't even remember what we're doing. A horse run.
The bit only works if you fully commit kills it when you don't pronounce melee all the time.
Stonerberg, thanks for the bits. I appreciate
you got
it.
This, Dan.
Dash
Red
Cunning
team for life.
Thanks for the T-Space 3 for 46. There's your T-Space 3 letter opener. One of my children took the gold chain. Gunslinger Speed Rainbow Cursed. What we wanted to do. All right, let's finish this by hunting. We want to hunt a few maidens. That was the point here. 15 of them. We'll do 15 maidens and we'll switch here. We got to go to 2, right? They're on floor 2. Do we have the alternate gun? We do now. All right. We got to kill 14 maidens, so we will bail as soon as we. Did this cost us money? Did this run cost us money? Why did it cost us money? Why is this run costing us money? Rainbow? How much is a rainbow run? $6? There's one, baby. Wait, does this cost us money? For chat, for real? It costs us money or you're memeing? It did cost us money. How much is a rainbow run? I'm paying. Chat, are you guys memeing? Speed is free. This didn't cost us anything. Chad, you guys memed me. All right, nice and easy. You many guide us. Do you think, I wonder how many we're gonna get per floor. Only free on Mondays, I got you. Is fast mode on right now? Fast mode is on. I'd say I just wish there was some indication on the screen that it was on. I think that's why this game is the difference between S and A tier. This is a solid A tier roguelike, but Just the little jimmies. Just look at it? What do you mean just look at it? The speed, I can't tell this is any faster than the normal game. How could you tell this is faster? Cause it is? That's not an answer. Cause it is not an answer, chat. 84 hours I can't? It's not slower. It's the that's what I'm saying. It's the same speed. Remember when you had the 400-pound weight vest on when you took 1,000 shots? It's like that. Yeah, but how do you know? Peace. You look at the speed and reloading. Who looks at that though? Lower HP is an indicator. I'll give you a +2 on that. I'll give you a +2 on that. Come on, give us an Iron Maiden. Is it worth it, chat, or should we bail here? Should we bail? Well, I guess we could earn some hedge, huh? Well, about that hedge? About that hedge? All right, we got this. We got this, chat. Just get a couple hedge. Oh, did you see that thing bounce off of us? Wait, so what the skin that we unlocked was the bone skin for the gun? All right. Hedge flushed. Wait, we'll take 2. All right, I think we reset here. So we got to get what, 14 more? I feel like that's the move. Robot's left hand. Yeah, so we're just we're looking for quick kills here. Chat, what's our lead maiden count? You know what'd be a real interesting prop bet? Multi-modal, how many lead maidens on the floor? That could be huge, Gamba. What is this? What is this YouTube music? All right, here we go. Dead on this floor. Could you imagine? Peace. Some people are unable to imagine. Really? Is that for real? Are you being for real? Come on, where's our maidens at? Maidenless. Wait, so what does that mean? So you just like, you can't close your eyes and see things? What do you see? It's called Fantasia? No, isn't that a movie or a horror game? What do you mean? Your name's Read Games and Play Science. Of course you can. They can't picture things? So what do you see in your head? It's like the third-eyed raven without the third eye? It's called Fantasia. What does it mean? Chat, everyone in chat, everyone saying in chat says I have it. We got one. You can, chat, everyone in chat can't have it. There's literally 50% of chat has it. Your best friend now has it. It's just dark and fuzzy. It's surprisingly pretty common. But what does it mean? What's the first grade on it? You have it, you can't imagine not having it. First grade, no imagination. That sounds like an art thing, right? Can't you just get that from art class? Where's our ammo? All right, we're gonna be a little bit of trouble here, but give it our all. Oh, you can't light her on fire? We also can't pour water. We can't pour electric water on her? I can't imagine not pouring electric water in electricity world. Come on, we need dragon bucks. The floor is water. Here we go. They can't describe an apple, but they can see an apple in their head. Losing me here, little chat. You're losing me? Please shoot. Oh no. Chat, no. There we go. All right. All right, we got two hedge. Two hedge, you run it back. It's like having a computer not hooked up to your monitor. The info is there, but you can't see it. I don't get it. Yigdom, I do get. All right, chat. We just need a couple more here, right? That's the best analogy. Yeah, but if you know what it is, why can't you see it? Is there a YouTube video on it? Just see it, forehead. There's like 1,000 YouTube videos on it. Is there a 30-second YouTube video on it? Chat, how common is it? Why in chat if you have it and if no? It's like 40% of people. I beg to differ. I've never even heard of that until 5 minutes ago. Now 40% of the world has it. Do those people just not know they have it? How would you know? You doubt 40% is an accurate number? When does it come up? I mean, I don't know. Like when you say, hey, can you imagine? And then someone says, no, I can't imagine. You'd be like, what do you mean you can't imagine? Like, haven't you ever seen Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? The whole thing's imagination. Yo, just imagine. I can't. It's like a squirrel. He doesn't know he has a nut in his head. How do you know squirrels can't imagine? I did see a video on an octopus, and it was dreaming, and its color was changing based on the dream. So don't tell me a squirrel can't see a nut in its head. Comparing octopus to squirrels? What, how is that funny? I don't understand. What's... There we go. Looks like there's about one per level, huh? Because octopus are way smarter? How do you know? How do octopus change color? Is there any explanation for that? Goodbye. What's the explanation? They just can? If they just can, how come you just can't see then? Chemicals and stuff going on. So you don't know, chat. Squeezing this. I'm not reading that out loud. Yigdom versus Yigdom. Dude, Cuphead was a good arc. Not as well received as we like, but Cuphead was good. Called chromatophores. Why don't we just take those? Why don't we just take the chromatophores and make like one shirt that you only ever need, and then you just change it, so you never have to buy a shirt again. Don't tell me I missed $1. What's the point? What would clone do for us? Would clone help us beat Advanced Dragon? Maybe not on robot. All right, we'll try it. So for us to do that, for us to maximize this to give us a dragon run, what would we need to do? Don't say play good. No horsing, but what would the pathing look like? Don't get hit. Succeed while playing. You piece. Go to rat. Oh, is that what I think it is? It is. For squeaks in it, huh? There we go. At least we got that. All right. But how are we going to get money for the rat key? You know what I'm saying? Next. Oh, next run. I got you. Come back as a clone. Do we come back as a robot or someone else? Come back as a robot. That's less than ideal, but you know what? Why? If it was ideal, everyone would do it. Go as far as you can in this run, then come back with gear and monies. Will we come back to floor 2? That's a good question. A lot of Shelobs on this level, huh? Chat, have they made clothes out of octopus stuff yet or no? What are you triple question marking? It's an honest question. Have they made clothes out of octopus stuff? What is triple question mark about that? Okay, never mind. Clone was a waste? What do you mean? The stuff that makes them change color. The good stuff. The cells would need to be kept alive, and have they made clothes from that stuff yet? A simple question. I can't believe that hasn't been developed yet. The same people saying it would kill them had calamari last night for supper. All right, that's what's going on in chat right now. Don't D-colon. Why did you, Fury, why did you put exclamation point squid in chat? Calamari is an octopus? Since when? But it's octopus adjacent, right? What do they call appetizers that's octopus? Imagine if we don't beat this thing. Did that count? Did that count? Did that count? I heard him die. Did it count? Can we get another clone? I bet it counted. I'm not on dial chat. What do they call appetizer that's octopus? I thought calamari was a mix. Like Von Calamari in what's it called? In Star Wars. Grilled octopus. I thought it was just a mix. No, I've had calamari before and it looks like octopus. Yeah, you can't just make that stuff up. Admiral Calamari. No, I'm serious, because like, you know what, like, not to get too monka, but you know when they have calamari, it's like the steak part or the legs part. The legs look like octopus. It's not a bit. You know the part I'm talking about? The steak part, like sometimes like if you get calamari, part of it's like steak, and then the other part's like, oh, do you want the leg part? I thought it was always just a mix. Wartar. Don't say triple question mark. That's not even context of triple question mark. Squid is non-color changing octopus. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Octopus have 8 arms and are covered with suckers and no tentacles. Calamari have 8 arms and no rings, but 2 tentacles. So see, chat, I'm not that far off. I told you, like, when you get calamari, they either give you the steak part or the leg part. I normally don't eat the leg part because it looks like an octopus. I'm like, so I don't want to eat that. I just want to eat the meat looking part. Nobody's disagreeing with that part. Okay, I thought you were. It's... How do we get that? Well, yo, what do we need? What do we need for that? What do we need for that? What do we need for that? Chat, someone said they'd bet 10,000 subs we'd never finish that statue. Yo, is this Blaster Master? Sounds like Blaster Master. We have not come across an Iron Maiden yet. Can you get the clone twice? Checks in the mail. Yeah, I'll make a Gungeon tier list. I'm excited for Armored Core just to see Dan become quickly disenchanted. What do you mean? Why do you think that's gonna happen? Why would you think that's gonna happen? Yo, he could drop one of the guns. Fruta, fruta, fruta. Fruta, fruta, fruta. Fruta, fruta. Fruta, fruta. Wait, I don't know if we have any blanks left. We do it. We got one. We got one. Now. Oh. Where's our gun at? Is there a point in pressing on? Yeah, Hotskin, I think if we ever run out of games, we'll play Noida for sure. Don't tell me I left it.
Let's go.
Dang hug.
That looks good. That feels like that's the right move. I feel like that's the move. That's got to be the move. That was the move. All right, what are we playing for here? Are there any more Iron Maidens? Wait, we started back at level 2. Are we on level? What level are we on? We can't get the rat key. You don't understand the appeals of Liza P? It's Bloodborne 2. I think we need to reset the run now, right? Are they doing Mario Maker 3? Oh, you're saying there's more Iron Maidens in Bullet Heck. I got you. I think we reset here. Liza P does not look like Bloodborne 2. Have you played it? He will pretend to like all right, let's you know what? Let's get this Armored Core discussion out of the way here. Let me get up the voting bot again. Why in chat if you think we're gonna like Armored Core? And in chat if no. Take this. I think you're gonna lie about it. Yeah, because that's what you know me for, lying on the Twitch show. If I tell you something's not good, you think if I ever told you something's good that's not good, or vice versa? What was the vote on that? Chat is rage baiting you. You may not agree with my takes, but they're my takes, chat. Rotato's good. I just wish you would have told me sooner. Out of all the gameplay trailers we've seen for Armored Core 6, I did not see any reading. Zero reading. It's all shooting and dodging. It's gonna be on the forget. What was the vote on that one? %69% thinks we're not gonna like it? Really? That's shocking to me. Where's little Timmy hiding? There he is. I think you'll enjoy it, but it's different than stuff that's normally on the channel. You will appreciate it, you just don't think it's my kind of game. But here's the thing. Do you see the combat? It's getting Dwarf Fortress. Yo, later this week, we're taking a look at Caves of Quad, by the way. Now is when you type POG in chat. Caves of Quad, yeah. That'll be a fun 2-minute segment. I like RimWorld. RimWorld was good because there was graphics. Yeah, we do play some horror games here. We play one every October. What is 100% Dan Kryptonite? We're gonna get, look, I saw a video on it. I'm like, oh, this looks pretty good. Come on, where's our Iron Maidens? It's not user friendly. What are we playing this October? Until Dawn 2, hopefully it comes out. Are they making Until Dawn 2? I mean, I'm kind of just sweeping under the rug that 69% of you think that we're not going to like Armored Core. Dan influencer boxing when? That's probably the only thing I wouldn't do. Anytime you can do something that you can't undo, I don't think I'm interested in that. know what I mean? Like taking repeated shots to the temple. I don't think you come back from that, personally. Like, I don't think you come back to being who you were. Just me, though. I could be wrong, but it's not something I'm willing to gamble with. We did not get a single maiden on that one. Chat, you act like building a robot is any different than customizing a character. It's the same thing. Please, we need the hedge. What do you mean? Why are you saying well, Gary? Laborde James, why are you saying well, Gary? I will say our D is lacking. I'll be honest about that. There we go. Get some hedge.
Welcome, brand new subscriber. Thank you for the donation.
Drew Snow, thanks for the prime. I appreciate it.
Armin Anderson tipped $3. Armored Core, more like suffered core. As in, Dan will suffer though around 20 hours of gameplay pretending that he likes the game until he quiet quits, just like endgame Hollow Knight content.
Armin Anderson, thanks for the support. We beat Hollow Knight. What more is there to do in Hollow Knight? What is? We never got this before, chat. We should probably just take it. Sanest take ever. Crisis Stone. What does that do? He doesn't know. You blame the marketing? The marketing on what? No, what, Chad? It's on the list, man. Once it's on the list, it doesn't leave the list. We'll finish the Coliseum. We'll finish the Coliseum. What do you mean stare? That's what the Romans said? Wait, the Colosseum was finished. It just fell to an earthquake, right? There it is. I don't think we're gonna get more than one per floor. Caveat Emperor and sub goals. Hegemony farming. We don't farm here. We don't farm here.
Welcome to Farmington.
We don't farm here. The only thing we farm here are +2s, organic. They're gonna be up 3 to 4 per floor.
Yeah, this is the run for sure, for sure.
Yo, the Kunj. Am I saying your name right? How do I say your name? K-U-N-G. How do I say it? How do I say it? K-U-N-G. Thank you for the 6 months. K-U-N-G-E. How do I say it? Best to grab a room clear gun and speed room the floor. No, I want to know how to pronounce it. Lunge with a K. Kunj? Okay. My bad. Alright. Press on. This is the run for sure. I'm with you. I've not seen Dan in another color since 2012. I've not seen Dan in another color since 2012. What does that mean? All right, settle. The worst part is he only has 2 shirts. Didn't watch Melania. I mean, like, but I do find it hard to believe that we don't have octopus. That, like, even like scientists don't have an octopus suit. You know what I mean? Or something like close to it. Like, what is there anything we have that is like that's like camouflage? They made prototypes. Like, what is there on the earth that we haven't been able to steal and duplicate from an animal? I mean, I'm just being honest. Triple question mark bait. Bottom of the ocean floor. Limb regeneration. Aren't they working on that though? Aren't they working on tooth regeneration? MIT is working on octopus suit. Two to 3 generations of what? I don't know. I just feel like it's out there. Like, I just don't know how we wouldn't be able to recreate that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Nexus Shade, what's going on? Octotech, I like it. Because it's insanely hard to do? Yes, so is finishing your Series 4 artwork on time, but clearly that stopped you, Armin. Armin's like, hey, I want to do some art for Series 4. No problem, here's the deadline. 45 days later. Deadline coming past. Alright. We'll take +1 on the... It's only partially true. Chad, give Armin a little space. He's working on the new Madden. There was a lot of updates and gameplay changes he had to work on from the last
what
Madden.
Kind of facial expression Dan will attempt to convince Chat he's enjoying Armored Core.
What do you mean? Chad, if something's not fun, what normally happens? What happens? Chat, Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress. That was just not... We played it. I see why people like it. It's just not our kind of game. Dan, you already hated Dwarf Fortress before you played it? How could you say that? Chat. I don't make a call on anything till we try it. No, I want to play Madden. We haven't played it in a couple years. I'll take anything football at this point. I want to know, Armin, I want to know specifically when we come across it, what you worked on. I played Hades. It's not good for us. Doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not good for us. What do you mean I didn't even try? I gave it a 2-hour segment. Armin, did you do graphics on Madden? What did you do on Madden? Please. Oh, we had the clone. We had the clone. You were a designer on NCAA 12 to 14. Are you serious? Alex, are you serious? Alex, are you serious? Alex, are you serious? Alex. Alex. What did you do? Alex, I know one of the guys from EA Sports. He has glasses. And he's probably like 5'7". You designed Road to Glory? That was one of the best parts of the game. What are you doing now? That you should get VIP just for that. What do you mean, bro? You're making my day. You made my life. What do you mean? You made my day. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is your name in here? Is your name in the book? What do you mean, bro? Get out of here. It was actually one of the, I mean, on my end, one of the most beloved games I've ever played, 14. And also people, we did a mega series on it on YouTube. People loved it. Yo, hop on the Discord right now. Armin's like, oh, dude, I worked on Madden. Can I hop on the Discord? No, you didn't work on college football, so you don't get to go on the Discord. Alex, hop on the Discord. I'm serious. Let's bring you on. I'm not BMing Armin. Rip Madden code. Watch this run? No, we're hunting lead maidens. That is what's 100% BM? First time catching a stream. It's immediate BM. Aaron. That you came to the like, and they call that an anomaly. Something that happens once every 10 million years. Aaron, first time chatter. Welcome. We roll at the golden welcome at Aaron. Welcome. Alex, you gonna hop in the Discord so we can avoid? He said he's in there. Okay, hold on. Let me slide in there. Let me clear this room. Which VoIP do I join? Yo, Alex, just chill with the caps for a second, though. Join the DSPN one. Actually, join any of them and I'll drag you in. Join any, I'll drag you in. Just click on any of them. All right, Alex, let me cut the music. Alex.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's up, Dan?
You don't just get to come in here and say you worked on NCAA football and just now tell the community now. How long have you been hanging out before you're sitting on that bomb?
Quarantine? So a while.
Wait, so and you just never thought to tell us
you Big Brother fan. That's how I found out about you originally, and then I saw that you started streaming. I was like, this guy's the coolest guy ever. But yeah, I worked on NCAA 12, 13, 14. Did Road to Glory.
And when you say worked on, what does that mean? Like for someone?
So I was like pretty much the lead design on it. So before 12, Road to Glory, there wasn't a lot to it. Like you just basically play like 4 high school games and then you win the college. So yeah. For 12, I designed the recruiting system. I did the whole Iron Man for both sides. I did the coach trust for college. the XP store. Every single item in that store is pretty much just like an inside joke. There's lots. I did not get any legal approval through EA, so there's just too many things. Like if you look in the strategy guide, it's like, why did he name this?
Like, give me an example of some things that you slipped by.
Oh my gosh! So I think there's like 6 Kid Cudi songs titles in a row because I was just listening to Kid Cudi at the time. I was like, all right, because this was my first job out of grad school. I played football in college.
Where'd you play it?
At Auburn.
You played at Auburn?
Yeah, I was a running back at Auburn.
War? Are you kidding me? Did you play or you like no? I mean,
bro, I didn't play. I didn't play a single snap. I never touched the field.
But I'll tell you what. Still, the fact that you walked on or whatever in SEC and you survived, like,
dude, that was it. I'm a small guy too. I'm like 5'9". When I was in college, I was like 161. So
how did you? Who was your head coach?
Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah,
Tommy Tuberville was my coach, and then we weren't invited to the national championship my sophomore year. But we still went undefeated, and they gave us national championship rings, which was rad.
What was your what was your big game against Bama?
Oh gosh, so Bama wasn't even good back then. They were awful. We beat them 4 times in a row. Our biggest game.
Oh, was that when Shula was Shula the head coach then?
Yeah, yeah. They had Shula. They had like 4 different coaches in that span. They were awful, and then they got Saban, and it became the greatest team of all time.
So what was your what was the biggest game you were a part of?
Probably either that Sugar Bowl our sophomore year when we were undefeated. We played Virginia Tech, and that was awesome. I mean, we thought, USC and Oklahoma were undefeated.
Yeah.
And we thought that we could somehow jump them, but we got number 3, which was totally fine. Like, going undefeated in the SEC is crazy, and then just going undefeated in college football is even crazier. But the first game I got to go into, like, I got to dress out and go into the stadium. That was by far like the greatest moment of my life. That was unreal, hearing like 90,000 people screaming for you. It's just surreal.
Okay, I didn't Google you, but can I guess your number?
Yes, I had 6 numbers. So
all right, so I'm gonna guess 37.
Close.
Okay.
I was 38.
Okay, all right. I knew it was gonna be an ugly 30 number.
Best 3.1 years of my Twitch
all right,
life.
wait, so
pretty much. There is something comforting about knowing that Dan is still out here doing Dan things.
Yo, great Pudini. Thanks for the 37 straight months. Wait, so you graduate from Auburn. Then how do you start working on NCAA?
So I graduated from Auburn. I was a paper salesman. Got fired from
like
that
Dunder
job
Mifflin.
Like Dunder Mifflin. Because the whole thing is that if you play football in Auburn or at Alabama, you're just gonna get a job out of college. Like some mega fans be like, hey. And that's what I did. I got my undergrad in industrial design. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I was like, hey, this guy wants to give me a job. So I took it. I was awful. I got fired from that. And then I worked for a Kia plant. There's a Kia plant in LaGrange, Georgia. I did
like on the line? Oh, graphic. Did you work on like the logo of Kia or what graphic design?
No, I worked on like instruction manuals for how engineers were supposed to be like putting robots together. It was very... it was interesting, but yeah, I wasn't good at it, so I got fired.
Hold on, I gotta pause you for a second. Someone in chat says, bro, this guy isn't real. Look, I've talked to non-real people. You don't just make this stuff up on the fly like that. This is real.
You can Google me.
No, this is, I had to call that person out.
I appreciate you, man.
All right, so you work at Kia, and then you're like, all right.
Yeah, and then after that, I was a server at a local restaurant in Auburn called Niffers. Which is awesome. It's like a great restaurant. So
is it like a Chili's type place?
No, it's like a sort of it's like hamburgers, small stuff. It's a local restaurant that has been in Auburn for I don't know since like the early 90s. It was a fantastic job, but I was like, all right, what do I do with my life? And then I found a graduate school here in Orlando where I live now.
Full Sail?
FIA.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, actually it was Full Sail and FIA.
Okay.
Full Sail's right down the street. But FIA is a part of UCF, and FIA was directly connected to EA Sports, so it was like a feeder program.
Wait, what's connected to EA Sports?
This graduate program at UCF.
Okay.
FIEA, Florida Interactive Entertainment Academy.
Okay.
So they were like a feeder program, so they said, hey, we want a graduate level program for game design, programming, and art that we can feed into the EA Sports Tiburon because it's here in Orlando. And I was like, hey, well, if I play college football, then maybe if I go to this grad school, I can have a way in. And that's like pretty much what I did. I had to get like a 1,000 on my GRE to get in. I got 1,010, so I'm like sliding by. But then yeah, when I was at grad school, which was awesome. Like the grad school now for FI it's the number one. It's been number one in the country for game design and programming for a while. But nobody wanted to go work at EA Sports except for me. So like the executive producer for NCAA came to our school and he gave us a chat about the game. I was the only one that went up to him afterwards that said, "Hey, by the way, I played football in college. I love your games. Can I like talk to you about getting an internship?"
What did everyone else want to work on? League of Legends or something?
Yeah, it's just like nobody wanted to work on sports games, which I get. But like I know the sport, I love sports, and I just knew that there was a lot you could do with those games that they weren't doing. So yeah, so that worked out really well. I got an internship, and then so by the end of the fall.
Wait, what'd you do on did you intern on NCAA like 11?
Yeah, so my first year was NCAA 12. So when I interned, I came in the summer of 2010. So we were just shipping NCAA 11 in August. So that's when I ramped up, and then they pretty much gave me the reins to.
Whoa, hold on. NCAA's came out in July. Well, at least the last ones. Okay.
Yeah, July. So it was July. So my internship started. It was supposed to start in August for our fall semester, but I was already talking to the team. They said, just, hey, come in for a month early and we can start talking about things. Not like they weren't like paying me. It was maybe once a week. But they told me, since you have the background in football and you played in college, you should take this Road to Glory mode and make it like as if, you're a high school kid and you're going through college. I was like, oh, that's great. I can do that.
So they just gave you that? They're like, hey, here's our idea, but do whatever you want.
Yeah, the other designer was pushed off to another team. So the designer of Road to Glory from I think from 08 to 11, he got pushed to the NBA title. Not the NBA title, MMA. MMA was coming up. Jeff Ecker, incredible guy, amazing designer. He has great stories about Road to Glory. So yeah, when I came in, my current obsession was just like JRPGs. Like I'm a huge Shin Megami Tensei fan. Like love really like deep systems.
I think you just went over chat with whatever game. I don't even know what game you just said, but you just went over chat with that.
Oh man, it was Persona 3. I was obsessed with Persona 3 when it came out. So yeah, what I really wanted to do was add in a lot of RPG mechanics to sports games, which I think is like the common norm now.
Yeah, but back then it wasn't.
It was cool. It was like the recruiting system was something fun to design, where we took your zip code of whatever city that you said you were from, and we just grew some rings around it and said, hey, based on how good you are, you're gonna get better offers from bigger schools. And no, it's a blast. And I'm doing the exact same thing now. So I work at a VR company called Status Pro.
Hold on, before you get to plug at the end, but I got I got too many questions for you.
Yeah. What's up?
So you work on Road to Glory in 2013.
2013.
Okay, so that comes out
2012, 2013, and 2014.
But when your first title ships, right?
Yes.
So then what do you do the next year?
So we look and we see what we couldn't do in 12 due to time.
Like, and what were some of those items you're like, oh, we really wanted to get this in the game?
Yeah, I wanted deeper recruiting. I wanted more events. So the back end system on how the coach trust worked was we were looking at game events, so touchdowns or first downs. They're like high level things. I wanted more granular level events to where if you overthrew a receiver as a quarterback, we would know, you overthrew him or it was a short pass. I wanted deeper level events so we could give the user better feedback on what they were doing, like deeper events. Because Coach Trust, the cool thing about Coach Trust was that it's a forward and backward system. So if you're doing good, we give you good points, but if you're doing bad, we actually go backwards. So like if you're level 3, we take you back to level 2 because we tied abilities to that. So you could earn more trust from the coach, but you could also lose that trust from the coach. But also then it gets into politics of game development of, well, your game was, the back of the box feature last year and we marketed it. So now we have to put focus into something else.
Wait, so stop. That's what as like common. I don't know what that means. So like game development politics, what does that mean?
So, every year they want a feature that is new and will bring in new users.
Like a reason to buy the game versus last year.
Reason to buy the game. Yeah, precisely. And Road to Glory was that for 12 because they kind of used me as an example to say, hey, this kid worked on, he played football in college. Now he's pushing this mode. And so that was an easy sell for 12.
Oh, internally.
And externally. So like for press interviews, for stuff like that, we had like a mini ESPN documentary that they did.
Where is that at? On the game?
It's like on YouTube. They I think it was like on ESPN2 when it aired back in 2011.
I've never heard of this. But
yeah,
it talks about
nobody has. This was early days. And that it was cool, but it just went to my head obviously because like this is my first job out of grad school, and they're putting me all this press. I didn't know what to do with it. But yeah, it was heartbreaking because year 2, they didn't really let us do a lot of Road to Glory updates. So they put me and my Road to Glory engineer on a mode called Heisman mode, or I think it's called like the Heisman Challenge. And they said, hey, do what you did with Road to Glory, but do it with Heisman players.
So hold on, let me ask this. So like that decision so you wanted to fully expand upon like the year before, make it deeper and better. They're like, it's not a spicy enough feature. So they just say no, and there's no like, well,
that's out of my hands. That's completely out of my hands. That's the creative director's job. That's the creative director working as EP, executive producer, and then them working with the marketing side because EA Sports gets a lot of flack, but if there's one thing that they do extremely well, that probably a lot of people are going to agree with me on this, is that they do marketing extremely well. Their marketing department is deep, and they know how to get their game out to a wide audience.
Yeah, but wouldn't like if you made Road to Glory better, that would inherently make more people want to play it because it was a better feature. I get that it's not like exciting.
Yeah, man, I went to my bosses. I got upset about this, and as a young developer, I was fiery. And I went to my boss's, the EP's desk, and I slammed basically like 8 different reviews of the game, specifically about Road to Glory, about how well it was. And I slammed analytics on his desk and said, why aren't you letting me do more with this mode when people are playing it and then it's getting good reviews? I don't understand this. So then I was taught the hard lesson of it doesn't matter what I think.
Really? What did he say?
It was just basically, Alex, that's fine. We need you to focus on Heisman mode. We need that to be
he just said, yeah, that's fine.
He said, sure, Alex. Yeah, that's fine that you think that. But it didn't really go over well at all. So we had fun with Heisman mode. That was our mode for 13. I think for Road to Glory, the only things that we got in were sliders. So you could adjust your coach trust level, you could adjust your recruiting level. And you could adjust like your XP level, and it was heartbreaking, honestly, as a young designer, to see something that was received so well. It was they didn't want to push it forward, so that sucked. But then we started working on a story mode that nobody knows about and nobody really ever would know about. We started prepping that in 14.
When you say story mode, what do you mean, like story mode? Like what you see in
taking Road to Glory, having cutscenes, having deeper relationships with your coach, having deeper recruiting, mocapping actual scenes out. Pretty much what the Madden story mode turned into.
Did they take it?
Yeah, without question. Mike Young took that. He took that right from me. If you heard me say this, he'd be like, I didn't, Alex. But no, Tony Stanley and I, Tony Stanley's like one of the higher up art directors on Madden. He was working with me on NCAA on it, and they took what we had, and after our game got canceled, they just took it over to Madden and kept working on it.
So let me ask you this then. So like, because that's the question is, so clearly it's like NCAA 14 is considered like the best college football game of all time, also the last one. So how did you find out that was it, that there wasn't going to be more?
Oh gosh, man, what a story this is. So we were starting to hear the mummers about it, because in the year 2013, I think it was right after 14 was released in July, we started hearing rumors about schools getting concerned about the lawsuit. The can't remember the guy's name, but
Ed
the guy
O'Bannon.
that's the O'Bannon lawsuit. We heard about that, and that started coming out in the pipelines. I remember, Dan, I wrote in my journal, because I had a journal back in the day, and I wrote in my journal, I said, hey, what we're doing with this player likenesses seems off. You know, it just seems off. It seems icky. And, you know, come to find out.
Right now, chat's about to type based in chat, but keep going. Sorry, go ahead.
Let him. But yeah, it sucked because we started hearing about schools not wanting to be a part of the program, part of the game, and then
Wait, do you remember any of the early schools that you're like, all right, Notre Dame was the first one out, or do you remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember the very first school was out, because the first school that's out was such a big school that if you don't have them, you're gonna have a large. They're probably the number 3 played school in our game. Game.
What can you say? What school was?
Yeah, I mean, I guess OSU.
Yeah.
So
Ohio State.
Yeah, as soon as they were out, it was done. That was the writing on the wall. Because then the Big Ten was next.
Yeah.
And then after that, like, what do you do? But I think that's when it got into the cooler aspects of the unannounced, unreleased college football 15. Because then it's like, what do we do? Because the NCAA wasn't going to be a part of it. So the game was going to be called college football 15, like it's going to be called next year college football 25.
Wait, before we get to that, so there was college football 15 was like semi-developed?
Yeah, I kid you not, I have a phone case that I made for my, I don't even know what it was back then, my Samsung Galaxy, whatever, that had the college football 15 logo on it, because I was so hyped about it being such a different
Is
thing.
it like protected, or can you share it?
No, yeah, I'll share that. I'll find it. I'll take a picture of it. I'll put it in Discord. But yeah, that was the thing. We were working on that for up until, I guess, November of that year, when everything went down. But it was gonna be cool. It was gonna be a huge user-generated game. We basically
What do you mean user-generated? Like, that's so far ahead of its time.
Yeah, we were trying to be. My creative director Jeff Lure was all on board for it, because if we didn't have a way for all the teams to be in there, we had to have a way for our fans to create the teams. And
yeah.
When we put Team Builder in, I think it was in 09, that was game changing. I hate using that word, but having a website where you could go and add in your logos and change the rosters, that we were so ahead of the curve, and it really gave the game to the users who were so passionate about it, because NCAA football users are extremely passionate. And so that's what the whole game was going to be. It was going to be, create a dynasty with, Dungeons and Dragons rules, where you could say in week 7, this guy in your dynasty is going to have a major injury to one of his top players. And it was really cool stuff, like create a stadium. All that stuff was in the pipeline. I don't know how much we could have done, but that's the direction that we were going at the time. And then we all got laid off. So
so like, is there any version of that game in existence, or is it like in the vault?
Probably in the vault. I'm assuming it's in the vault. That was the time. So NCAA 14 was on the cusp of the next gen of consoles.
PS3.
So we were working on.
PS4.
Yeah, we were.
PS4.
Yeah, we were working on next gen at the time, and all of those were PC builds. So it was the very first time ever that our game was playable on PC and not on a console, which is rad. So like having a PC build is the coolest thing ever, because it's just so much better looking, so much more powerful. So I'm assuming some of that old stuff exists, but in terms of like what's actually any of that's taken into the next game, I have no idea. I have friends that work on it, but they're obviously not allowed to tell me any of that.
So then you're working on NCAA 15, and then when does the axe come down? Like, what happens? Is there like a day?
One of my good friends that I learned to talk to all the time was a Kotaku sports journalist named Owen Good.
Okay.
So Owen did my first interview on NCAA, years ago, in 2010, talking about the player who never touched the field is now making the game. And Owen was a really, really good guy, and we got to know each other really well over the year, because he was one of the very few sports game journalists out there. There's only a handful of them. And Owen is an amazing guy. If you ever can go read his pieces, he's great. He works at Polygon now. So Owen was really in touch with what was going on behind the scenes. And so Owen messages me. It's we're working on some interview for something for NCAA 14, like a follow up. and I had the day off. It was a Friday, and he texts me and says, "Hey, Alex, you should probably go up to the office today." And I was like, "Why?" And he says, "They're going to give you some big news. They're canceling your game." And I was like,
He told you? Spoilers.
Yeah, he told me. He told me. So I go up to. I lived across the street from the office, so I go to the office, and sure enough, they had our entire team outside on the patio, and I was like, "Yeah, guys, they're about to cancel our game." They're like, "What?" Because we honestly knew something was up because we had to change the name of the game. It went from NCAA to college. We knew something was up. But yeah, that happened. It sucked. They told us on a Friday, so we had to sit over the weekend. On Monday, they pulled me aside, and don't get me wrong, I loved my time at EA. I loved everything about it. My mentor that I met there, I followed him for pretty much for like my 4 past jobs past that. And I got in, Dan, when I tell you I got in so much trouble because they announced it. So Owen hit me up on Monday after I told him, like, "Yep, I just got laid off." He said, "Alex, this is going to be really hard, but can I write an interview about, or can I write an article about this?" And I was like, "You know what? Let's do it."
Why did you decide to do it? Because
I wanted a job after that. Like, I wanted a job. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I wanted to work on another sports game, and 2K flew me out and interviewed me, you know,
2K
about a month or two
NBA?
later. Yeah, 2K. And because, like, I wanted to keep doing that stuff. But what I didn't do is I didn't talk to EA's HR department or PR department before this. And Dan, when I say I'm blackballed from that place, they do not want me ever stepping foot in that building ever.
Well, hey, it's nice talking to you, Alex. I gotta go. If you're watching, no, I'm just playing. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was it sucked. It sucked because what I was really just trying to do was I was trying to tell the fans of the game that the devs really were pushing to do some really cool stuff, and it was really sad that we weren't going to be able to do it. And obviously, it's been a decade. And it was really sad because that development team, the NCAA development team specifically, had some of the greatest people I've ever worked with that were not only passionate about making games, they were passionate about college football, which is a huge fan base on their own. And NCAA was the lifeline at Tiburon. It was, we were always the underdogs. We were always competing with Madden. We were able to do fun features before Madden was, and they'd take them into Madden, and we always had a competition with them.
But you were like the sandbox. You guys could try stuff, and if it worked really well, then Madden would steal it.
Bingo. Yeah. Which was great, and it allowed us to do things that Madden normally couldn't do.
So indirectly you made Madden better. It's fair to say.
Yeah, we were competing against each other. We absolutely were competing.
But didn't that feel weird? You're competing against like another football game?
Yeah, of course it did. It was really weird because
from the same company.
You would get upset when you would see how much marketing spend one game got and you didn't. It hurt. And I was young. Again, I was young. I was in my mid-20s, right out of grad school. I didn't understand a lot of the corporate side of it. And it sucked a lot of the time. But Madden's a great game. Those developers, those designers that I met in there are still some of my closest friends that I've ever had. But I do think that they fell off a little bit just because they didn't have that competition. I think if they had that competition, it'd be way better.
So roughly how many people were on the NCAA team?
Core team, probably 40, I want to say.
Okay. So a good amount.
A decent amount. But we're also broken up into separate teams. So we had core NCAA, core Madden, and then you had core gameplay, core art, and core networking.
Did you and Madden use the same gameplay stuff, or was it completely different?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had pretty much everything was the same for both. It's just that obviously NCAA had a different, packages, like offensive packages. So the run option isn't a thing in the NFL. So any options and any pitches, all that stuff went to us. We would have, our creative director, Jeff Lure, was an extremely good designer, an extremely good gameplay designer, and wanted to get specific gameplay things in for college specifically. And then obviously on the Madden side, the pro sides, they wanted to get some more pro stuff in there. But we shared pretty much the same gameplay. So anytime any updates would come in for gameplay, both sides of the team would get it. But then Madden would always take the priority if it was something that was better in a sense.
But here's my thing, like playing like the games when they came out, like I just felt like NCAA felt better to play. But you're saying it's the same game more or less. I mean, within options and stuff like that.
To an extent, it's to an extent, but once you start like the NCAA, gameplay code base was just built on top of each other year after year, and same thing with Madden. It's just that sometimes you would branch off and do specific things in NCAA that made things feel just completely different. Madden was the first on their side to start using physics-based stuff, and we didn't get that. So most of our animation wasn't as physics-based. And you can go like down a dark rabbit hole in terms of like what's better for a sports game, a physics-based animation stuff or non-physics-based.
Does non-physics mean it's kind of like pre-jack based on, all right, you have a 200-pound, 5'8" running back. Like, does it do computations on the fly as opposed to physics?
Yeah, exactly. That's it to the T. And games have tried to do it in the past. There was like Backbreaker did it off of the Euphoria engine, and it's good, but it's very, very, very buggy. It's very, very risky to use it because you can't predict the behaviors of the animations as well as you can do it if you're not doing that.
Got it.
So for NCAA, when we didn't have it, we actually, I think it was 13 or 14 where Madden had the physics-based stuff and we didn't. And you could definitely tell the difference in the two games. Like, you can see the difference. But it wasn't like everywhere in the field. It wasn't like happening at all times. It was on a certain running builds and stuff like that. It wasn't widespread. So it wasn't this giant noticeable difference. But over the years, we tried to keep each one line in step with each other for the most part.
Was NCAA 15, was it going to be physics based?
Yeah, I think we turned we flipped the switch in 14 to a certain extent, but physics based probably might not be the right word. There were just physics animations that we dealt with. So like tackle animations, stuff like that were more physics based. Plus they were switching to Frostbite as well. So Frostbite was the big EA engine that DICE had made. And then we were trying to take that, and because EA is a giant company, they have a lot of money makers, and Madden, NCAA, Madden being the big one, along with FIFA. How can we share that tech between all the companies? How can we get everybody on the same page? How can we make those pipelines better? Because the better you do that, the more time that you save, the more features that you can add in. And it's a nightmare. Honestly, it's a nightmare trying to get all those teams to be on the same page. But Madden did it. Madden got Frostbite in, and it did pretty well for them. But we were, as NCAA, we always wanted to be doing things different. So we didn't really want to buy into that unless it was going to benefit us in a certain way.
I feel like, and I don't know if it was real or if I dreamt it, but I felt like there was something where there was like Ultimate Team, but for college. Like back in the day. Yeah, but like
my two best friends, Tom Kinney and Steve Kano. They were my two designers on Road to Glory. Both went to graduate schools with me. Two of my best friends to this day. They got pulled aside, and they had to stop working on my Road to Glory for 14 because they had to go work on Ultimate Team for 14, and I got really upset about that as well. And you can hear there's lots of stories about me getting upset. I was very emotional back in the day, but yeah, they just pulled them aside and said, "Hey, you got to do Ultimate Team. It's important. You need to put this in there." So we had like a baby version of Ultimate Team.
But like, how did you get players? Because it's like they're real life. Like, did you use real life likeness?
Yeah, so you can buy the likeness for players. We did that in for 13 for Heisman modes, the Heisman Challenge. We had, gosh, I want to say 16 or 12 different Heisman athletes. We bought their likenesses. We had video packages with them. You played as different Heisman winners like Tim Tebow or the greatest running back of all time, Barry Sanders.
Did they all have different prices?
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. We couldn't get some of them in because they're too expensive.
Who did you get a good deal on? Do you remember like being, oh, we got a steal with this one?
Actually, I don't. I wasn't too savvy on the business side. We had a couple of guys over there that are, God, they're so good at that. I wasn't. I just knew that we didn't get Cam Newton in, and that broke my heart because
being from Auburn,
being an Auburn guy, and he won the Heisman in 2010. and we couldn't get him into that. So that sucked. I really wanted Cam, but getting Barry Sanders in was legit. And the cool things that we did about that nobody knows about is that 99 is the overall rating. That's like you can't get better than a 99.
Yeah.
That's technically not true. Technically, you can. It's the 99 is just. I wouldn't say it's a made up number, but it's a combination.
Cosmetic.
It's like a math formula. No, it's a math formula. It's a math formula. It's not really cosmetic, but it's more like a math formula in this in extent that you're taking the ratings of all of your other positions or whatever like throw power and throw strength and all of those. They all add up to make your overall. But for the Heisman mode, these guys are the greatest guys to step on the field. So they were way above 99.
Really?
Way above. Dan, they're like 115. Like Barry Sanders in that one mode, we made him so OP. Like I think his speed's a 99. Everything was adding up to where his overall was far beyond a 99. So that was a blast. That was a blast making those guys just absolutely unbelievably good. But yeah, that's how do you get those likenesses and stuff? That's man, that's the hottest topic in college football is now that we have the NIL. Like, how do you get all those likenesses in there? So for 25, I don't know how they're going to do it, but for back in the day, we couldn't do it. You had to buy individual likenesses from certain players. So you had to go hit up, like a Jason Campbell or Ronnie Brown or Carner Williams from Auburn. And be like, hey man, we're making an Ultimate Team. Can we pay you X amount of dollars to put you in the game? Which is a long process. Imagine doing that for a lot of players.
Yeah,
so,
no, just arduous.
rough.
So what are your thoughts on, like, you have to know about like the modding community, college football
dude,
revamped? Like, when you see that, like, what do you see? Like, what are your thoughts?
I don't, honestly, God, Dan, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Like, I'm a paper designer for the most part, so like I get into the engine and mess around a little bit, but for the most part, I write game design documents and see that through. So these guys that like backwards engineered NCAA 14 are some of the most creative, talented people ever. And what's cool about them is like you start doing that when NCAA doesn't exist, and you get a phone call from EA Sports and they're like, hey, you did a great job on this. And the phone call you're expecting is a lawyer saying, hey, by the way, this is good, but you got to stop doing that. This is too good. Actually had the opposite effect because a lot of those guys that were working on those mods now are working on NCAA 25. Which
Really?
is awesome. College Football 25, yeah. So
which is amazing for them because like
it's amazing. It's incredible for them. Like I can imagine working on something that's your passion project that you're doing for the fun of it. And that's what they were doing. They were keeping that whole franchise alive over the years. And EA, I don't know if that's public knowledge. Lord, I hope it is. I think they've talked about it. But yeah, they swept them up, and they're doing the big thing now. So, my most anticipated title for next year is College Football 25. It's going to be groundbreaking. It's going to sell more copies than Madden. That's kind of the bet that we have going at work right now. Does it sell more copies than Madden? We think it's gonna.
So then, all right. So let me ask you this. So you've seen that stuff. So for you, like, you didn't tell us. So you said EA was not happy you did that interview.
They were not happy at all.
So like, how did you know they weren't happy?
So I think it was in 2021. One of my really good friends was at EA, and he's high up. He's like a CG soup, computer graphics soup. He had been in the company for 20 something years, and I had met him out for drinks. And he's like, "Hey man, the EP, the new EP of Madden or of college football is one of my good friends. Do you want to work on it again?" I was like, "Bro, of course I want to work on it again. Are you kidding me? That'd be great. I'd love to go do that." So he goes to HR and he says, "Hey, Alex is just working on NCAA. I talked to the EP. The EP's very down for him to come and work." So they pulled up my file and they just looked at my friend and said, "No, he can't do this. He has a giant red banner on his page, and that the only way for him to come back to the company was that I feel like formally apologized to the president of the company." I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that bad."
So did you apologize? How fast did you write your apology letter?
I did not apologize. I didn't know how to.
You did or didn't?
I did not.
Why? What's wrong with you?
How do I go around doing this?
Why wouldn't you apologize?
I didn't know how to. I didn't know how to, Dan. I didn't know, like, how do I call up like 1-800 EA Sports and say, hey, can I talk to the president? Like,
no, you write a letter, you give it to HR, say give it to the CEO, hire me for Madden, see you in a couple weeks. All of a sudden, Madden's probably 10 times better than it is now, but because your ego got in the way, you couldn't say sorry. Now you're not working on NCAA 2025, all because you didn't write a letter.
Played myself. Honestly, the real reason why was because my mentor at the time was at a different company, and I had been talking to him about some cool, like a cool job opportunity to work on football again. So that was always in the back of my mind. So I thought, hey, if college football doesn't want me in EA Sports, they really
do
don't
want you though. They just want you. Like,
I wanted to go to somebody. I want to go to a place that wanted
They
me.
do want you. They just want you and say, hey, like, just acknowledge, hey, maybe they're doing an interview about everything that was amazing that was supposed to come out, but the game got canned. Maybe doing it a week after everyone gets canned without permission. You know, maybe it is warrants a little bit of an apology.
Yeah, no, it did. It did warrant an apology. I did not think that went through in it. You know? And it's like an ex-girlfriend too, sort of thing. It's like an old flame. You know, do you really want to reconcile and try it again? But I wanted to let that one go. I had my time there, and I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm
looking for something else. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna sit here and plug what I'm doing now, but.
Wait, I'm gonna give you your time. I'm gonna give you time.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Because it'd be like going back to play Big Brother the third time. You're like, I've been there. I've done that. I've worked on NCAA.
Exactly. What else can I do? What else can I do? Am I gonna run into the same pitfalls and beat my head up against the door because I didn't get my way again?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if I want to go through that. Plus, it's like to see another generation go through. You know, there's probably a young designer on that team that's working on Road to Glory that is going to get his big break, and millions of people are going to play things that he designed, and thinking about, you know, that kid and him going through that and him getting that feeling that I did. That's totally worth it. It's time to pass the baton on at that point.
So what are your expectations for 2025? Like, do you think it's going to be worth the wait? I mean, because
without question, dude, without question, it's going to be worth its weight in gold. I mean, the fact that they delayed it a year, and I don't honestly, and I'm being very honest with you, I don't know anything about the game. I really don't. I don't.
But why are you so optimistic? Because I mean, I'm sure that, like, my concern, I'm gonna play it no matter what, but it's just like reskin Madden. Like, that's what I'm just hoping it's not gonna be.
Yeah, no. So the things that I'm excited about, and I know that they're gonna do right, is the presentation aspect of NCAA was so incredibly important. That's the part when you're playing Madden that it's tough to pull off as well as NCAA.
Why? Because there's no pageantry to it?
No, there's not a lot of pageantry. There is some pageantry, but like with NCAA, I mean, you have the Boomer Sooner. At Auburn, we have an eagle that flies around the field.
Yeah.
You know, like you have all of these big moments that are so important to college football that showing those off just draws you in. And then the dynasty mode alone, like I love
dude.
The dynasty is, there's nothing better than it. There's nothing better than getting, 11 of your friends in an online dynasty and having battles about who's going to recruit this 5-star. And, the amount of time that they've had to let this sit in the pot and simmer and see all the ideas is completely different to the way, yearly iterly titles are run. So they've had a lot of time to sit down and be like, hey, what should we do? What's the best thing that we can do right out of the gate for 25? And, Jeff Lure, who was the creative director back in the day, he's working on it again, and he was the dynasty guy. And, I just know if Jeff is touching anything, it's going to be unbelievably good. It's going to be great. And I just feel like we're missing something like that in sports gaming nowadays. I feel like there's a big, not that it's a negative aspect, I just think there's a big paradigm shift into, an ultimate team or card packs or this always online persistent player like 2K. I think it's huge, and it's really brought those games to a whole new level. But there's something about scheduling these dynasty games and going through all that I think is going to bring back so much nostalgia that it's really going to be something really, really good. Plus, it's been two consoles since we've seen one. So to see what it's going to look like is going to be beautiful. So I have extremely high expectations for it.
No, I think financially, it's probably been incredible for the companies, but from a game and innovation standpoint, I'm like, I'll check out Madden and I'll check it out again this year, and it's like,
Same.
but it's I don't know. Like, well, let me ask you, what's your percentage chance you think NCAA 2015? What do you think the percentage chance that they squeaks it?
Oh, Lord. I don't know.
Like, do you think
What
they?
do you
Do
think?
you, I don't know. Do you think they could botch the whole thing? Like, what do you think the percentage that they botch?
No.
Yeah.
Nah, they're not
Okay.
going to botch this. This is if there's one thing that EA Sports does well is production. Their
Okay.
production team is so good. A yearly titles, AAA titles through 4 or 5 different sports, like 7 back in the day, that are released the same time every single year. Your production team is top class. Like, they know what they're doing. They know how to schedule. They know how to do what they need to do. That might actually result in some things just not getting fleshed out as much as you'd want them to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think probably the biggest question mark would be for year one is like, how deep do the features go, and are they delivering what NCAA 14 was? Like, are they going to have the same feature set? I think Dynasty, Road to Glory, those will be in there, but like, how deeper does it go? I don't know.
That's fair.
Are they taking like the industry trends of other games and inserting that in the Dynasty? I'm not really sure. But as long as Dynasty has recruiting, as long as there's an online Dynasty, I think those are going to be the home runs that everybody's going to want to eat up.
Okay, before I ask you what you're working on now, I have an ask. Okay, you ready to hear my ask? So,
Yes.
I don't know how long you've been in the community since like quarantine. Have you seen us open packs or no?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, so we've been working on. I'd call it a very simple but hopefully fun game to play with the cards. I have an ask for you. There's an area of paper development that I am like kind of stuck on, in regards to maybe like trying to think how to say it without leaking it. Like, I'd say like ladder / competitive. Would you be willing to take a look at that and give some insight?
Oh, Dan, that would be a dream. Are you kidding me? Of course.
All right, cool.
Of course there would.
All
I
right.
would love that. I'd love that more than life. That'd be great.
All right, because
I'm
I got
sure whatever you have is great, and I can just help guide the way for you.
Because I got some ideas, but I don't like. I got concept. I don't have like, hey, here's how you get from A to Z. But anyways, all right.
yeah.
All right. So what do you? So now you haven't. It's not like you haven't been working for 10 years. You've been working on other games since NCAA 14. What are you working on now?
So my mentor that I met at EA, who calmed me down every time I would get upset about getting angry that I wasn't getting my way, Jason Barnes. Followed him from EA Sports to Hasbro up in New England. Worked on toys there for a while. Worked on a dream project.
You worked on toys?
Yeah, dude.
Like what
Worked on
kind of toys?
Transformers, Beyblade. We were making groups for toys. So our group was called iPlay. So if one of the groups, Transformers, Beyblade, you name it, said, hey, we want an app developed or some sort of interactive product. This was back when Toys to Life were the greatest thing in the world. Like Skylanders was popping off, and Amiibo came to the scene. So they wanted a piece of that. So yeah, that was really cool. Learning about manufacturing was way cooler than game. I love game development, but manufacturing is a beast of a world. So I did toys for a while there, and then a couple of my friends here in Orlando went to Universal Studios, and this was right when they announced the Nintendo project. So I hit up one of my friends that was there. I said, hey man, I know you're working on Nintendo. Can I come over there? And it's like, yeah, man. So I went over to Universal Studios from 2018 until 2020, and I worked on some unannounced ride stuff there for a while, which is cool. And then quarantine crushed us, and then we let go like, I don't know, 90% of the entire Universal creative. And then I worked like 2 odd jobs at Topps and GSN, and then my mentor.
You worked at Topps?
Yeah, Topps.
Like on cards?
Yeah, I worked on the Marvel Topps app for like 5 months.
The Marvel, the game or the app?
Collecting app. There's card collecting.
Oh,
app.
cool.
So Topps has a line of like MLB. They have Marvel. They have Star Wars, of digital card collecting apps, which was really funny because when I was working on that, I was watching pack opens. I'm like, oh man, I'm working on this and I'm watching this. But then my mentor hit me back up and said, hey Alex, I'm working on football again. You should come check this product out. And I was like, okay. So the product is called NFL Pro Era. It's a VR NFL game. We launched last year on Quest. So I started last July. So I've been there for a year now. and we're about to release our next game next month. But yeah, I've been back in football for over a year now. Our 2 owners, one of them is a former football player, Andrew Hawkins. What's cool is that we're all athletes. Which
Andrew Hawkins.
Yeah, Andrew Hawkins. He was a receiver for the Browns.
Oh, okay, I know it.
Okay. He has a podcast too. He's awesome. Both Hawk and Troy, our owners, they're fantastic guys. But yeah, working in VR football is crazy because it's nothing like console football. And I've been doing the career mode stuff again. So like I took what I was working on Road to Glory and have been pumping those ideas into what we're doing now.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
So, but I mean, it's a totally different beast when you're doing VR. Like,
dude, man, it is so completely different from console. It's just, you know, it's all about awareness, and when you're in first person as a quarterback, it's completely different. You know, I always take my headset to the bars that I go to around town and slap it on people's heads just to get their impressions of it. And you know, hearing them just say, "I can't believe I'm in Hard Rock Stadium in Miami on the sideline," that's the coolest thing ever. Hearing that is. That's what makes you like want to go and work. But yeah, it's a completely different experience being an NFL player, being a quarterback, being in a stadium, all that. And first person is, oh dude, it's wild.
You guys have the NFL license or no?
Yeah, we have the NFL license. So Hawk and Troy, Hawk being a former NFL player, Troy actually worked with the NFLPA. He was a college and quarterback as well. They have a really good relationship with them. It's not an easy thing to get.
What's Troy's last name?
Troy Jones. Troy Jones, Andrew Hawkins, they're 2 leaders. Yeah, it's not easy to get. You know, it's not easy to get the NFL license at all. But they worked extremely hard to get it, and yeah, NFL's really happy with us too, which is great. And the NFLPA too. That's another license that we have because you have to get both of them. So just having those licenses and having that realism of being in those stadiums it's awesome. You know, like that's the same thing I want to create. Like the first time I walked through the tunnel in Mississippi State. Or at Auburn, we were playing Mississippi State back in 2003. It's like the greatest time of my life. So like, I want to recreate that for NFL fans. Like, what's it like to walk through the tunnel and hear the crowd yelling and in first person? It's awesome.
So is like the end goal like that EA Sports buys you guys out and integrates it into Madden?
I learned my lesson the first time. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Yeah, I mean, like, you know. We're doing really well as a startup. I think that our mentality of being game developers and athletes is rad. Like my boss played college basketball, my other designer played football, most of our engineers played football or sports. Our marketing team, we have women who played basketball. We have just a completely different idea of how a game company should be run, which is great. But we also have industry vets, like we have former EA developers. Of course we do, because we brought all of our friends along that we could. But it's great. Working on a startup is completely different. It has its ups and downs. But I just like working with my mentor. I'm in a part of my career where I want to work with people that I love on products that I like. And I'm just really, really, really blessed to be able to work with them.
That's cool. And where are you based out of now?
Orlando. All of us in Orlando. There's like that's where my grad school is. It's where Tiburon is. I moved here in 2009. And after spending 4 years in Rhode Island in the snow, I was like, I got to get back down to Orlando. And my family's from Alabama. I'm originally from Alabama. So being back down here is dope. Plus, like, none of us have an office. Barnes, my boss, and my other designer, Dylan, live here in town. So we meet up there 2 or 3 times a week, which is great. So it's like a very unique hybrid. Our office is his house, which is very like old school as well.
That's awesome. I'd call the lead dev for like the PAX app. I'm not saying he works in Orlando and loves football, but I'm not saying that either. So
that's dope. No, Orlando's great. If it wasn't for the heat right now, it'd be nice, but it's so freaking hot outside.
Actually, you kind of sound like him too, by the way. But anyways,
it's just been me this whole time, by the way. This has been a fun game that we've been playing on the community. So,
no, that's awesome. Well, Alex, I appreciate you coming on. So, like, what's next? Are you gonna play Madden when it comes out?
Oh yeah. I just watched the trailer for Superstar mode that they're doing big improvements to, which is so dope. Like, I'm very, very excited to get back into Madden and play a single player mode, because I love single players and RPGs more than life. So getting back into that is gonna be great. Can't wait for that.
You're not big into MUT though, right?
Not as much as
Yeah.
I used to be. Like when it came out, I was. It's just that becomes like your life, and you have to. It's like a full-time job once
It's a
you get
sweat
into that.
fest. Yeah, it's a sweat fest.
It's a sweat fest, dude. That's what it is. But the fact that they're making Superstar a priority is huge. Like I think that's great because I think that will feed really well into what college football does next year.
And what is Superstar mode? Is that like Road to Glory but Madden?
Yeah, it's Road to Glory. It's Road to Glory. Basically, you have they give you like a week schedule. You're choosing different options during that week of like, do you want to go to practice to do this to get your throw power up? They're doing a almost like what we had in Coach Dress and Road to Glory, where depending on how well you do on the field, you're getting XP. You can use the XP to upgrade your player. And it seems like it's a little bit of offline experience. They do have like Superstar Showdown where you can take your one dude that you're playing with and playing with everybody else. But I feel like they're getting back to the basics of a single player journey, which I think is going to go really long way. I think it's going to be a really well received feature, and I'm so stoked to play it. And I think like at the end of the week they have the early access starting. So
End of this week.
end of this week, yep. But then like Armored Core 6, Robot Souls, how can you not play that?
And I don't know if you've been. I wasn't memeing. You know, there's someone in the community that works on Madden currently, right? You know that?
I did not know that.
Okay.
So they're probably gonna be like, "Oh my God, Alex, this guy is back talking on here. I did not know that."
Hold on,
the Madden team is great. Are you kidding me? A bunch of my friends still work there. They have a brand new office downtown that is freaking
downtown where?
Downtown Orlando.
Wait, I didn't know that guy lived in Orlando too. Armin, you live in Orlando? Sorry. No, that's awesome, dude. When part of me thought you were memeing, but now I'm like, okay, you're definitely not memeing.
Oh no, I'm not memeing. I've watched you on Big Brother when when you first came on, and I became a big fan. My brother was obsessed, and I sent all my tryout videos in because of you. Never got anywhere with it. So
I mean, you have a really easy story. You're a video game designer. Like that's pretty.
I might. You know what, Dan? I might just do a interview for next summer. Might just do that, or might.
The game. You know what? Just like NCAA 14, the game has changed a lot, and I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be as fun as it was. Back,
I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think some things you just have to let go. But no, dude, this was a dream. Like I watch you every day when I'm working, and this was awesome. And your community is the best. I can't believe you were like, hey, pull me in. So no, I get to go brag to my coworkers that I got.
Well, last question for you. This is a very important one. What monitor do you have the show on when you're working?
Oh, listen, I'm a weirdo. You're I'm just waiting for your community to be like, what is this guy doing? So I've been working on a 50-inch television for the past 5 years, and so I divide it into thirds. So my left third is my work third, and my 2/3 on the right side of the screen is Twitch. So
okay,
2/3.
Can I see a screenshot of that? Because seeing a 50-inch monitor is not I would say is not typical of someone who.
No, it's not. I'm a weirdo. Everybody's like, how do you not have two monitors? I'll take a screenshot of it and put it in Discord.
Okay, and I'm looking for the name of the person that I know from NCAA. Well, from NCAA 14. Hold on. Are you on Twitter?
No, I think I am, but I've done 2 tweets in my life.
I'm just trying to think. We would probably have the same. No, that's not him. Shoot.
Do you know what he does there?
I met him at PAX, and he was high up. He would have been high up on NCAA 14. If you told me the name, I'd be able to say, "Yep, that's him."
Christian McLeod.
No.
It's not Jeff Lure. You said he's short and wears glasses. Ben Hommiller.
No.
Roy Harvey was an EP. Roy Harvey's small, wears glasses. Older guy?
He's older, but his name wasn't Roy.
And he was at PAX too. That's weird.
I'm sorry, not PAX. E3. E3 2012.
Oh, E3. Oh gosh. So it could have been Matic guys too. Let's see.
It wasn't though. It might have been, but I'm pretty sure he had an NCAA 2014 stand-up. Shoot, where is he?
Oh my gosh. It could have been one of the art guys. Was his name Jeff? Like
Maybe.
Jeff Ostergaard. He was an art guy, he's a shaved head, blonde guy.
Hold on one sec. Don't come on. I want you to come on camera. What's going on? Yeah, can I have that chain back? Have it back? No. All right. Yeah. What do you want? Coloring? Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. What was the name?
Any of the.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
wait. I think I saw him. Sorry. Go ahead.
He might have been a community guy. I don't know because I don't know who's back on college football. I'm trying to.
No, I mean I don't know if it's. I don't know if he's back on it. I just passed.
Yeah, in terms of producers, Chris McLeod was a producer. Ben Miller was a producer. Roy was our EP. Jeff Lure was our creative director. Greg Hedleston was another designer. Jordan Peterson was the designer. Russ Canary was a designer.
Oh, his initials are KR.
Oh man, KR.
Can I tell you his name or is that doxing?
You tell me.
First name was Ken. Don't say his last name.
Ken? I don't know. I don't remember if I know a Ken that was on the Instagram.
Okay.
He could have been on marketing too.
Oh, okay, maybe he might have been marketing.
Because if he's on marketing, then yeah, they have all the swag. They have like a whole. That was probably like the last story that I tell is that EA Sports has a that back in the day at Tiburon, I'm sure they have the downtown office that has more sports memorabilia signed by more people than you could ever possibly imagine. Like it was wild. They would just go in that closet and pull out a helmet that was signed by Dan Marino, and you're like, that thing's just been hiding in there. But yeah, they have all the swag shirts, the NCAA shirts and stuff like that. So
wow. Well, Alex, thanks so much for coming on. And what was the name of the game you're working on again?
And this was a dream. NFL Pro Era. The next game is called NFL Pro Era 2. So.
NFL what? NFL Pro?
NFL Pro Era 2. And
Era.
Hey, dude, Dan, if you're down, I will send you a headset and a game out of my own pocket if you want to try it
you
out.
don't have to do that. I don't have any VR stuff. I don't have any VR stuff. Maybe one day.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. Dude, this was a dream. Thank you so much. I'm literally calling my brother right after that to tell him that I got to talk to you. So.
Well, thanks for coming on and telling us the backstory of NCAA, dude. It's so fascinating.
If you ever need to know anything else about NCAA, I'm always down to talk.
DM me any stuff you know about 2025 that you can't say on air.
I will. All right,
I'll see
if you ever want to chat about paper designing, I'm your guy.
Oh, yeah. Send me a DM too, because I want to ask you something there too.
I got you, bud.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Jack, we get some easy clap in the chat for Alex. Literally, chat. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if Armin's still here. I got a new respect for Armin Anderson. That's cool. I mean, like, Chad, you're talking about, I talk about Ultima Online. NCAA, I speak in the same regard, NCAA 14. The amount of, like, I mean, we've had great content from that, but I'm saying, like, personal memories. Like, my buddy from college, Bill, who I talk about all the time, the reason we're friends is because of college football. Like, that's, it's just, I don't know. I feel like that game was very special and was able to create a lot of memories if you were into college football, because there was nothing better. But that's why I was friends with Bill, because we both like college football. But no, that was cool. Like, it was wild to know all that stuff was going on. Also makes you want to play new college football. If your favorite part is EA blacklisting, like, I want to look at that interview and be like, what did he say? And also, like, I mean, you could have run it by him too, but I get it. It's like you're working. Imagine like working on Series 4 dang packs, and all of a sudden you wake up and be like, all right, it's gone. Like, I would expect Decoy to be like, come in here and be like, look, here's what happened. And I'd be like, Decoy, what the heck, man? Or Bogman, or, But it's funny. I mean, I don't want to dox Decoy, but literally, I mean, Decoy's not here. But Very similar. Kind of sounds like Decoy. Alex sounds like Decoy too. Twin brother. Chat, can we please get 5 more of these? Can't be doxxed if they're here. Taps head. I mean, like, I'm sure Decoy would be amazing on that, working on an NFL game. Have you ever seen Alex and Decoy in the same? We have not. Don't take the ammo. But we do have a big dev meeting Wednesday. No, Alex, thanks for coming on and being so transparent too. I was you know what? I was expecting like Alex to hit us with some typical Twitch stuff, like I don't know if I should talk about. I don't know if I should talk about that. Alex just like just let it rip, you know. I forgot to one of the best parts, and you call it whatever you want. College football had paid DLC, but it was the best paid DLC in the world. The paid DLC, you could buy alternate uniforms. This was in 2013. It was so good. And now there's like people who still have it for PS3 and they're like, what can I do to buy that DLC? And you're like, you can't, it's gone forever. I mean, he can't be black. You don't get a red HR banner across your name unless you let it rip. Imagine a Hades dev lurker. No, I mean, but people know, like, we never, like, it's very rare that we play a bad game. You know what I mean? Like, I bet, Chad, I'm on the record saying I think Hades is a good game. It's just not our kind of game. You found the article that got him blacklisted? I think Tarkov is an interesting game concept. I think the execution of the game has been, you know, maybe not what everyone wanted, but I like the concept. You know what I mean? And part of it, I'm sure that they like open up a can of worms. They are figuring it out on the fly. The fly, you know, like all the hacking and stuff like that. That's. I'm not saying those are easy technological challenges. But that's cool. I don't know. I found it cool to hear the relationship between Madden and NCAA, where it's like NCAA had the ideas and the new concepts, but they had to be scrappy to implement them. Where like Madden just had like the war chest, and they're like, yeah, Madden's like, hey, just don't screw anything up. NCAA is like, all right, how far can we push this thing? They were like, Madden was like the favorite child, but NCAA was the one you wanted to invite it over to hang out, you know? All right, let's roll here. What do we need to get 4 more? I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. Alex, did you post your picture of your screen in the Discord? Madden made the money? I don't think that's fair to say. Alex, what do you have the final? Do you have any sales numbers on NCAA 4? Like, what was the ratio of sales between Madden and NCAA in the final year? Here's the chat. We'll play Madden. We have to stay away from Mutt. 1.8 million to 4 to 5 million. You're talking number of copies, right? So they were like a little more than 2 to 1. I wonder how the Madden numbers went up when people no longer had the option to buy NCAA. You know? I wonder if they just consumed, because some people I'm sure bought both, you know? So did this interview prevent me from getting a free Madden code? I did send Madden a DM on Sunday, and I did have a DM alert. Let me see if they sent it. It might have been, hey, get off this call right now if you want a code. You know. No, I'll buy it. If I can get a code, I'll buy it. No, yeah, no, Alex didn't say anything bad about EA. Just that he wanted to do stuff, and I don't think EA would hear that interview and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna double blacklist Alex, you know? I think he did a good job explaining where he was and his life, like brand new. Kind of reminded me like being a brand new football coach. Like you want to do and change all these things at once, and the head coach is just like, just take it easy there for a second. Just take it, just take it easy. Wanting to do things and then not being able to do them is a constant in software development. What about the opposite? Like for dang packs, I'm like, can we do this? 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 And then the devs are like, what is the inverse called? There we go. Needed that kill. That's the same thing. Am I hiring new devs? I think after this this one, I think we will be. After this drop, we will be. We just got to get S4 across the line with the game. And then, what do you mean gulp? That's called management-induced feature creep? What does that mean? If we can get League of Legends servers down for a week, the PAX has a chance to win. No BM. Yo, Armin, is that because, are you talking about because of that? Means I'm the problem. Do you think we're gonna get any more maidens in here? Chat, we just gotta clear these maidens out. Why don't you pick up the trash? Because we're just hunting maidens. We're just doing some farming real quick. I think we need 3 or 4 more maidens. Hopefully get one here. Oh. Looks like we're getting 1 maiden per floor. All right. You did miss the chandelier today. Chat, we could finish this tomorrow. Like we could finish all of Pace tomorrow. Don't say copium. Because chat said this is the hardest one to farm, right? I don't know what NPCs we're missing for the Great Hall. Opium Delight, there's no way. You piece of Timmy. Eye statue pace? No, that's not part of pace. We're gonna have to do the rat. We'll have to finish the rat to get the advanced one. All right, see where we at. Where we at here? Robot is the best starter, right? For what we're trying to do.
Your Majesty.
One more. One more. One more. I thought we had like 3 more. Chat, this is the run. This is the run. This is the run. I'm a simple man. See pogs, take pogs. Wait, what characters are we missing? Yesterday you killed your first bass. Yo, Roppy66, congrats. You never forget that. Come on, give us one more. Give us one more. Chat, we could sub one. Do you think sub 100 hours is on the table? Man, if we didn't horse, we could have sub 50'd this. Fobanks, go in the Discord and drop them in community images, or you can send them to me in my DMs on Twitter. After a run, can I see a missing Blockner? Who's Blockner? Is Blockner the tutorial guy? Yeah. Just tell me where to go. Chat. There it is. Last one. Last one. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. That's it. Is this big pace? You know what? You got to dance with who you danced with. All right, now it's going to be like an easy one, like kill 1 dragon. Your quarry today is Gunzuki. What's a Gunzuki? 30 Gunzuki? Hopefully it's a common one. What's a Gunzuki? What's a Gunzuki? It's not on here. Frogs? That should be, they always spawn on the same floor. That's not bad. You want me to walk, keep going down? Floor 3 is a lot. That'll be easy. Where do you want me to go? Walk to tutorial. Prussia's, that's 18th grade instructions. You think I know where the tutorial is? Up from the characters. I can't get in there. What are these? What are those? You can't use the robot. I didn't know there was a shop here. How am I supposed to... M16? How am I supposed to know there's a shop there? I didn't know there was a shop there. What do you mean he hasn't bought from the shop? Wait, is this what you needed to see? What?
That one's for the 596.
Are you kidding me?
Look at the pace.
If 4 left. There was just a gold trophy just sitting there. Also, we have been missing out on an M16. I don't even know what a ration is. Randy, you can cut out a lot of this. More? Up? Check the other shops. I think all the other shops are sold out. I don't think we can. We got to save our monies for the dragon run.
Can we please get some dang pack spam in the chat?
Yo, Alex, you didn't have to do that, man. What the heck?
Holy
Alex, all we asked was for a screenshot of your 50-inch TV. Thank you for the 20 gifted. You didn't have to do that. Chad, have you been gifted from Alex? Tell him thanks for helping to design the redacted part of the game. He doesn't even know he's redacted yet. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Man, that was a run. Chad, have you been